Okay, now we're going to make the meatballs. Now, meatballs you could make with meatloaf mix, which is the best way to do it, or just ground chuck. We have meatloaf mix that's just beef and pork because I can't get the meatloaf mix with the beef, pork, and the veal. So anyway, it doesn't matter. This is about 1.8 pounds. So, you know, you can use up to 2 pounds. So kind of break up the meat before you put it in the bowl. But you don't wanna handle it too much.
Why?
Because when you mix it, you just want to incorporate it. You don't want to squeeze it because then it kind of toughens it. I don't know. That's what I was told. So okay, so we got the meat in here. We're gonna put some garlic salt, and I don't measure, so
just cover like the top of it, kind of.
Yeah. Okay. And pepper.
Same deal.
And then, do you have a garlic press? Okay. If you don't have a garlic press, just give me a knife.
Like the good knife?
Yeah, good knife. There we go. Okay. You can get 2 cloves of garlic and use a garlic press. If you don't have a garlic press, then just kind of chop it up real.
Dad,
can...
Kind of mince it up, or if they have minced garlic in a jar, you could use that.
Okay.
So we're just going to do this to add to the meatballs. Okay. And then...
Careful, Mom. Jeez.
I know. Then Romano cheese.
Okay.
And again, I don't measure, so you kind of cover the top, and we're gonna use a mixture of Romano and Parmesan. You don't have to do this; you can use one or the other, but and we're gonna use 2 eggs. And then the last ingredient is breadcrumbs. Again, I don't measure. So just sprinkle it so it's kind of covered on top.
Okay.
Okay. And then the last thing I do is add a little bit of water, which I'm thinking maybe 1/4 of a cup. I don't really know, but that's what I do.
That's a good third.
And then you mix it. And you just want to kind of mix it till everything's incorporated.
But you don't want to like sit there and squeeze it a ton, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to like...
Yeah.
Now, if it feels kind of too wet,
Yeah.
you can add some more breadcrumbs.
Okay.
This may need a little more.
Okay.
I need my...
Is there a side that you should err on, like err on drier, or
She's got.
err on more wet, or what? Doesn't matter.
I would say probably err on drier.
Okay.
Do you always use the Italian style?
Yes, always Italian style breadcrumbs. And then in the summertime, if you have fresh parsley, you can also add fresh parsley in when you're adding all the ingredients. Cut up fresh parsley. But we don't have any of that, and that's okay. Okay.
Alright.
This is what it should look like. So, the
Okay.
next step is we're going to make, roll the meatballs,
On a plate.
and we're going to then fry them on your...
Alright, so the next step is putting it in the frying pan, right?
Yeah, we're going to heat the frying pan up a little bit before you add the olive oil. Again, just kind of coating the bottom.
Yeah.
And all we're going to do for the meatballs is you're just browning the outside of it. So the inside is not going to be cooked, because once you put the meatballs into the sauce and this simmers for like 2 hours, that's going to cook the meatballs. So you don't have to worry about the meatballs being cooked inside. You just want them brown.
That's all you have to do is brown them?
Mm-hmm. So we're going to turn this on to medium. Let that get warmed up, and then, yeah, wait a little bit.
Oh, that's cute bottle.
Travel size.
I got there was two of them. This place was going out of business, so I bought them because I liked the size of the bottle. But when you're going to take a salad somewhere, and you can pre-mix the olive oil and the balsamic vinegar,
Oh,
and then you
yeah.
have the little bottle.
Is that from Mark's?
Mike's Farm Market.
Mike's Farm Market.
It went out of business?
Yeah. Okay, you can probably go ahead and add that. And one thing, once the sauce, the meatballs get put in the sauce, you have to be careful when you're stirring. You want to stir it gently, because if you stir it with too much force, it's going to cause the meatballs to break down. So you have to be careful.
Enough.
Yeah, that's enough. So what we're going to end up doing is browning the meatballs. When we're all done browning the meatballs, we're going to actually pour the oil that's left in the pan into the sauce. And we're going to rinse the pan with some water and pour that in the sauce, because that'll get all the bits of the brown, little bits of the meatball out, and that's Grandma's Farise's secret.
It's not going to be a secret anymore.
It's not a secret anymore. That's right. Okay. So. You most of the time you'll have to do this in at least two. You don't want to crowd the pan too much. But.
You gotta cool the couch out a little bit.
Yeah, our thing's on a tilt for whatever reason, so the oil's going to be not uniform. Just slants towards the back a little.
Okay, so we're going to give these a little room.
Yeah.
We have room to move them around. Okay. Okay, so they're starting to get a little brown, but you want to lift it and see.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty good. That's what you want. Little brown there. So you just kind of give them a little quarter turn, because you kind of want to get all the
Sides.
sides fried too. Sometimes it's hard and you won't be able to, but that's okay.
It's like they keep their syrup.
Hey now. Okay, if it starts splashing, then you need to turn it down. Turn that down a little bit. We're going to let these get brown on all sides if you can. And then we'll transfer them to the pot. Since those are done, you can just... That's too high up.
So this is the second round of meatballs. The first one was here and you put in.
And now we're going to add all this to the pan. Let's go ahead and dump that. And then you're going to rinse that with hot water. And you're going to add the water to the pan. Be careful now, when you put water in there, it's going to kind of flare. Yeah.
What happened?
That's good.
Is it going to get thicker?
Well, this is what I'm debating on, if we should add another can of paste. It'll get thicker as it cooks down, yeah.
Looks pretty good.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it has to cook for another, I would say another 2 hours. Hour and a half, 2 hours. What we're going to do, we're going to turn this down.
90 minutes though, right?
Yeah, now it needs to simmer for like an hour and a half to 2 hours on low.
Okay. And you need to stir it every 10 minutes?
Or 15, 10 to 15.
Okay.
You have a non-stick pan, so that helps.
With that?
Yeah.
Okay.
But you want to keep an eye on it because you don't want it splashing. If it, if it starts splashing everywhere, put it on low.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not used to your stove, so I don't know. I'm guessing you're probably going to end up putting it on low after a while because it's still boiling pretty much right now.
Okay.
But, and that's all you got to do.